It's like 103 out. He's out cleaning the barbecue. Almost had a heat stroke. And then this little guy, sun's out, guns out, muscle t-shirt comes along and says, I'll get it. Psh. Thankfully we have Mo here. Alright guys, so it's time to pull the chicken out of the brine. So this brine is simple. Been brining for 3 hours and 20 minutes. So we're good with that. So this brine is a sweet and spicy barbecue sauce, apple cider vinegar, oregano, thyme, onion, and garlic powder. That's it. That's all it was. It had been in there for 3 hours and 20 minutes. So I'm just gonna take it out. We got to let it empty. Yep. So let it drain. With spatchcock chicken, especially on a smoker, to get the best possible skin, you have to get it dry. So we're gonna let it drain. Toss it up here. Alrighty. So watch out, Mo. So this is where the fun part of spatchcock is. So spatchcock just means you're cutting the backbone out and you're breaking the breastbone and laying it flat. That way it cooks evenly all the way throughout. If not, you're trying to heat the inside of that cave up and it never works, so that the interior of the chicken is always raw unless you overcook it and the outside's rough, the inside's done just right. This way you get a nice even cook throughout. So this, you just make her go and just cut up the backbone. And if you had shears, it would be a wee bit better, which I don't have.
I thought I had shears and I didn't.
Yeah, if you had shears, this would be a lot easier because they would just cut right through. Solid bone.
Alright, so getting up there. Yeah, we thought we had the Pampered Chef ones, but we don't. So that's just one side, and you go back up the other side.
But lucky for me, my uncle is really strong, so he can cut through that bone.
I don't know, buddy.
Did he pay you to say that?
No.
This quarantine's taking a bite out of my strength. I don't know if I could do this. Oh my gosh. Lord. Okay, so any of my hospital friends would have probably just used their trauma shears. Me? Didn't bother to go look for them. Alright, so this is the spine, cut out on both sides. And the fun thing we go do now is just trim up a little bit, get some of the ribs out of here, clean this up on the inside, and then we'll be right back, okay? Ciao.
Ciao for now.
Alright, we are back quarantine cooking with Mo and Jason the chef. Okay, so we've got backbone out, we've cleaned it up, now it's time to pat it dry. So that's what Mo's gonna do. And again, the drier the better, because we want a nice crisp to the skin. If not, it can be grayish and so pat it dry, Mo. Get it as dry as you can. Pat everywhere.
Now we'll do the other side.
So as you can see with that backbone gone, she opens up, lays out nice and easy. I mean, that was her high school stuff, but hey, now. So getting this nice and dry is key. Now when we do the rub, we don't worry about rub sticking to the outside. Reason why is we season under the skin. Yes, that is your secret to a great chicken. Season under the skin. How's that looking, Mo?
It's looking pretty good.
Alrighty, we'll be back in a moment.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, time to season this bad boy. So, like I said in the last video, we're going to season under the skin. The reason why is some of the seasoning is not going to, a majority of seasoning will not penetrate the skin. So, season underneath, the skin acts as a protective barrier, keeps some moisture in, lots of flavor in, so the flavor goes on the inside, where it needs to be. So, Mo is going to be holding for us, where we just take back the skin, and just put your fingers separate from the breast, all the way down to get there so you can see the breast. Flip it around, and same thing to the other, from breast to this. That's too much.
flavorful.
Yeah, this kid's like, what, 12?
Yeah.
You know more than a lot of other chefs I know. All right, so again, we're just popping that skin back. Get up under that thigh. So you got your breast, your thighs, your legs, your wings. All right. So, Mo, we are going to season liberally again, because we don't do anything halfway. That's just communist. We don't do communist in this household.
Yeah, we do. Like what he said, we don't do it.
Like what he said, we just don't do it. So nice and liberal. And in that video, you know what the coating is. I'll try to write down what everything was in the video. Alright, so nice and liberally seasoned. And there is enough brown sugar in this.
To make it flavorful.
Very, very flavorful, sweet, and tasty. So we're going to do the underside. Don't really need to do it because there's a lot of bone here, but we're going to do it anyway because there's some meat around the back ends of these thighs. All right, so that, my friend, is under the skin. So we're going to take the rest, as you can see, about a little bit over a bowl left. And just get the skin in between the legs, the wings, get the armpits, kind of like deodorant on gym day. Gotta get it everywhere. Or else you're gonna be that kid stinking back to class.
Do you speak from personal experience?
I do, yes. Yeah. Alright, just dump that all up here, Mom.
There you go. It's like he's done it before or something. This is the first time he's been on this cooking channel with me. First time he's ever cooked with me.
Yeah, this is my first time cooking with him, so this is my first ever time actually cooking a chicken.
Alright guys, so for all my healthcare friends who've done CPR on someone, that's all you have to do to get the breastbone to break. So you put your hand here, and it's broke. And then you take it, finish separating it, done. So now that's going to lay flat on the grill. Oh, it looks like she pooped. Holy poopness. And that's how you want it to sit for 2 hours at 225. The temp that we're going to go for is the breast. You want at least 160. 165 is preferable. The thighs here, you want it a little bit hotter, seeing how it's not the core that you're cooking. So you can expect that to be about 170 range. You know it's done once the breasts temp out at 165. Okay? Be right back.
Okay, our grill is ready, so it's at a perfect temp at 250 degrees. And now we're gonna just put on the chicken flat.
Alright, hold that bad
And
boy.
now we're gonna sauce it up, season it up.
Alright guys, so that's it. She goes on 225 for about 2 hours. We'll come back out at the hour mark and check her out, see what's going on.
Yep.
We got some butt rub and barbecue sauce we might baste her with. Depends on what Heather and the mom wants.
What's the temp?
225 for 2 hours, total of 2 hours, or until internal temp, the breasts get to 165. Alrighty, see you in a few.
Okay, it's been 1 hour since we put it in, so let's check on it.
Well, look at that. Edna's looking pretty good. Gonna take a little bit longer. Look at this, getting nice and brown. Just needs a little more sun. Close it down. Come back shortly. About another hour. See where we're at. Should crisp up nice and good. And we'll throw the probe in.
And
Again,
then-
we want that internal temp on the chicken breast to be 165. See what we got.
And then after we check out that, we'll start on our corn. So we're gonna be making some corn on a cob.
On the cob. All right. We'll be right back to make the corn on the cob. Bet you can't tell what kind of beer this is. If I had a sponsor, you would know. So we're gonna do the creamed corn. Hold on. Okay. So we're gonna do the creamed corn. Homemade creamed corn. So we have to start out with a pound of bacon. Usually you don't need that much bacon, but we're here in Arizona and we love our bacon and our firearms. So hey, go with the full pound. Mo, what are you doing?
I'm gonna be cutting roasted hatch green chili. So here.
So one of my buddies at work, just cut, bud. Don't. Yeah, there you go. Just draw the knife forward and back. So one of my buddies at work, Steve, aka Steve-O, my Care Bear hug companion, got these from actually Hatch, New Mexico. Brought them to me earlier this year. Roasted them and froze them. So we're gonna be tossing these in the in the corn. We'll add a little bit. Alrighty, good job. Put the knife down, buddy. Alrighty. So the next step is to cook this up. Be right back.
We'll be right back.
Alright, let's pour. Cooking's thirsty work. Alright guys, bacon's done. 1 pound minus what Mo ate. So it probably only got like quarter of a pound left. So we got the bacon. We got the bacon grease here in the pan. So the next thing we have to do is deglaze it. What's deglaze mean, Mo?
I don't know.
You don't know? Okay, so deglaze means get all the good particles of the food at the bottom that contain all the flavor off. A little bit of wine, we'll deglaze it. So we don't use that just yet. We want that oil to kind of soak up. We're going to do the onions in the oil. And we're going to cook these till they start getting translucent. Don't have to worry about them getting fragrant because we're cooking them in bacon. They're already fragrant. Alright guys, be back in a minute when we do stuff. Alrighty. They're translucent. I deglazed the pan. I'm staying well hydrated for safety. So the next step is to add the corn. We are doing frozen corn at this current time because we did the corn on the cob for Heather. So Mo, toss all the bags of corn in. So that was 1 pound of bacon. There's 1 whole onion. I did a sweet onion. This is super sweet corn, 5 bags. So that's 60 ounces of corn. And then we're gonna let this steam for just a few minutes. So if we don't let it steam, and we cook it too fast, the corn turns really mushy. So we want to mix it up a little bit. And again, it's frozen, so as it releases that water, it's going to steam itself. So we'll give this 10-15 minutes, and then we're going to add all the goodies. And wait till we add the goodies, because you guys are going to be like, are you bringing some to work? No. I doubt it. You're your dad's kid. Smell the corn. Cooking bacon. All right, now we're at the add stage. So the corn's been steamed, so now we add all the goodies. Mo's gonna need another piece of bacon. Mo. All right. So we got here the green chilies. That one spicy hash green chili from my boy Steve-O Hernandez from Mercy Gilbert.
Shout out.
Shout out. He's my Care Bear. Steve. All right, Mo's got heavy cream. Let's put some of that in. We're going to use about half of that right now, okay? Like a professional, getting it all over the place. All right. Mo, the next thing, that bacon. Toss it all in here. That way you guys quit eating it. All right, here you go. Here, save you guys a couple pieces.
So generous.
Kind of like that little Pink Floyd's The Wall. More forward, sir. Green onions. We're gonna toss some in. Why?
For flavor.
And color. Heather's a visual lady. She's like, we need color, and I'm like, you're blind. You don't need color. Helen Keller. Okay, Mo, what's this?
It's garlic.
Wrong. This is called worm repellent. Yes, we use a lot of that here.
Oh, we don't have worms.
We don't measure it either.
And you just put some of that in.
Nope, throw the whole thing in, bud. This is cream cheese. So between the heavy cream and the cream cheese, that is the base for the creamed corn. Now, if you guys read recipes, watch anything online, you're going to see a lot of people make a roux out of this. The problem with making the roux with the creamed corn is cooking it for such a long period of time, slowly to let the corn steam. You'll have an issue with the roux in the very, very end of it. Because you put the roux in, you make the roux first, then you add the onions, then you add everything else. A lot of times that will cause the roux to burn. So I don't do the roux because of that. So that is it right now for the creamed corn. Come back in just a minute once this is all mixed, and we'll do the cheese add-ins. Mwah. Ciao, baby. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, it is time for the cheese portion of the creamed corn. Heather's busy playing with Keelani, Kiki for short. So Mo, this is the cheese portion. So we got Parmesan. Take a pretty good handful and toss it on top.
Take some of that. Spreading it around. So it
Do
gets
another one.
everywhere.
There you go. Alrighty. So this is Pecorino Romano. This is a very good cheese. Kind of potent. Gonna give it a nice little funk in the end. So just spread that on top. Now with the Pecorino Romano, you don't need a whole lot. And now smell your hand, Mo.
We need to be washing our hands.
Alright, we just mix that, and that's that. Alright guys, last little adjustment. I added more Parmesan cheese, salt and pepper to taste. It wasn't very salty despite the amount of Parmesan cheese I put in, so I did add more salt. And that stick of butter is going to glisten up the corn as if it's not glistening enough. And that is it. Cream corn's done. Mo, does it look good?
Yeah, it looks great.
Did you try it yet?
I did, and it tasted wonderful.
Wonderful. All right, we're going to be back. The chicken should be done here shortly. Alrighty guys, we hit 163 on the temp for the breast, so we have temped out. We're good. Look at that beautifulness. It doesn't look as smoky crispy as I thought it would be. But my guess is it's gonna taste good, so hell, we'll go with that. Alright. I shut her down. Gonna let her rest for a few minutes while I go grab a plate and take her back in. Be back in a moment to carve her up. Alrighty guys. Spatchcock's done. Time to cut her up and get her plated so we can eat. So basically you just wanna go cut in and it will find the bone, disarticulate. Oh, this thing's just falling apart. So there's a leg. Man, this is just falling apart. As you can see, skin's a little on the crispy side. Your wing, gonna flip it over to get that bad boy. So your breasts, if you cut down, you go through on the breastbone, and that's all. If you do that, you're gonna grab a fork so you don't burn the whole Jesus out of your fingers.
He didn't let it cool off
Like I
first.
just did. Who lets anything cool? No one. Look at that.
Look at
how
that white
juicy
meat.
that is.
Look at
It's
all.
all just juice.
Look at all that white meat.
Man, that is crazy juicy. And there's the dark meat. Stuff that Heather likes. So then, here's the breastbone. Just cut down the other side. It's heavy. Lordy. And again, look at all that moisture. Thing cooked up nice. Alright, well, let's take her over to the table. We got most of her carved up. Let's eat. Alright, so here's the corn on the cob sous vide. There's the chicken. You see, nice little smoke ring. Mashed potatoes with chives. The cream corn on top of the mashed potatoes. Why not? This kid hasn't breathed yet. He's been eating on that for a good 30 seconds. There's Moo eating the corn. Heather's on the chicken. It's the dark meat. How is it?
Pretty tasty, moist.
Okay. He didn't pass out yet, so we're good. Alright, bye.